Ryobi's new 1 Plus HP compact one-handed recip saw. And that's a lot for one breath. Is this something you need? We'll let you figure that out in just a moment. I'm Tim Johnson. You're watching Shop Tool Reviews. Earlier this year, Ryobi launched a complete new line of tools. They're calling it their 1 Plus HP lineup. Now, all of these have brushless motors. All of them are considered a compact and a high-performance tool. In fact, they're so confident about these tools, they want to be in that pro category. They want to launch into that compact pro category. Now, before, they were dead set on being a DIY tool, and we knew they kind of crossed the line into that beginner pro, or that person that's starting their pro career in the trades or something like that, because they can pick these up at any Home Depot and typically pretty cheap. So you would see a lot of these Ryobi tools branching into that beginners type category for the pro, or even some long-term pros as well, because again of the price point as well as the ease of accessibility, if you will. But again, with the HP lineup, they're no longer saying we're just DIY. They're saying, hey, we want that pro category. With this new compact lineup of tools, all being brushless, we're going head on for that pro category to fit in those smaller areas with their compact impact driver, their compact drill, their right angle drill that's one of the shortest or smallest right angle drills on the market, as well as their cutoff tool. And they've even got an impact wrench. We don't have it here, but we've reviewed every single one of these. So we've got a video review out for every single one of these, so make sure you check those out. But anyway, today we're talking about their one-handed recip saw. Now, all of these run on the 1 Plus 18-volt platform, so you're making use of that 18-volt design that they've had around for decades now. Their claim to fame is, hey, the oldest battery you have in the 1 Plus lineup will work with our newest tool, and vice versa. Our newest battery will work in the oldest tool as well. So you get that same stem type 18-volt setup. We used it with the 1.5 amp hour battery just because some of these tools you can get kitted with the 1.5 amp hour. So we thought, you know what, let's make it compact. Let's use it with that 1.5 amp hour. But hey, before we say too much more, let's just go over, we'll talk about the features. We'll actually use this, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap up this video. As I mentioned, this is the new Ryobi 1 Plus HP one-handed recip saw. So part of that new HP lineup that Ryobi's calling compact, as well as getting into that pro sector. Now you'll notice the model number is actually PSBRS01, if you want to remember that. I don't. But anyway, that's the model number. And it is on their 1 Plus 18-volt platform. Obviously, Ryobi's known for that 1 Plus system that covers the whole span of their tools, new and old. So new batteries work on old tools and vice versa. This is a pretty compact tool. Obviously by the lineup, you're looking at about 13 inches with the battery from the shoe to the battery, and this is a 1.5 amp hour battery. You're looking at 13 inches. So pretty compact, easy to handle with one hand for sure. With that 1.5 amp hour on there, it's a little nose heavy. It's not bad at all, but with a heavier battery on there, probably be even more balanced. So like a 4 amp hour battery would be great. Variable speed trigger here. So I can start this as slow as I want, and I can bring that all the way up to 3,000 strokes per minute. So 3,000 strokes per minute and variable speed trigger. So I really like that. So you can be able to control that speed wherever you need to, depending on what type of material you're cutting, what type of blade you have, so forth. You have a trigger lock right here, which is not going to lock it on, it's just going to lock it off. So keep that locked so you can't depress it. Slide it over easily with your index or your thumb to lock or unlock that tool. Now, the shoe does have a pivoting shoe, but it does not extend. I thought it may because I looked in here and there's an Allen wrench in there. However, if I loosen that up, there's really no adjustability here. I mean, it's really short, so I would not call that an adjustable shoe whatsoever. You could easily take that off if you needed to. So if for some reason you needed a little more clearance, you could take that shoe off if you needed to. You get an LED light here, right here at the base or at the tip, if you will, right there at the what would be the blade base. You also have a basically no tools required lever to insert the blade. So insert the blade here. I don't have to get an Allen wrench or anything else. Lift up this lever and slide the tool in, and it's going to lock. So the blade's going to lock in there. Again, easily be able to change blades as you need to. Brushless tool, obviously part of the HP lineup. Those are all brushless tools, so it is going to give you some more efficiency, give you some more run time, and probably a little more power as well. Nice balanced tool. Again, a heavier battery, I think it's going to be even more balanced, but it is easy to handle. And you got kind of all the weight as close as to the hand as possible to, again, alleviate any more end weight, if you will, to overload that front end. So they did a good job with that. So let's actually use this thing and see what we think about it. Okay, so one thing I didn't mention is the 5/8 inch stroke on this. So the actual stroke length is 5/8 of an inch. So let's actually use this. I'm going to use it on some wood. We'll make several cuts with the wood blade that actually is included with the tool, and then we'll actually throw some metal up there and see how well it cuts and get a little thicker and see how well it does with thick metal as well. And again, I'm using the 1.5 amp hour battery with this, which actually this battery comes kitted with some of the other HP tools, so that's why I chose to use that. But again, you could use whatever you wanted to, depending on runtime. It is going to take advantage, since it is an HP tool, it'll take advantage of your HP batteries as well. I've mentioned this in other videos. The old adage was if it had that third prong in here, that you knew it would take advantage of HP. That's not the case anymore. These new HP tools has all that built in with their drivers and their firmware, if you will, and what's embedded in the tool to take advantage of those HP batteries. So it doesn't need that third prong. Many people were looking in there and going, oh, it's not going to make use of the HP batteries. That's not the case anymore. It's still going to take care of it and make use of it. So let's use this a few times and see what we think. One thing for sure, this shoe is pretty stiff out of the box. I'm sure that will loosen up. You see I can move it, but like I can't just push it up there and straighten that out. So I'm going to straighten that shoe out just a touch. So here's the thing, it doesn't shake a lot. It does a decent job. I did notice if I keep the shoe up against it nice and firm, so it's not jerking the saw and it's actually using that blade, that it does cut a lot better. I don't think there's a problem with the tool at all. I bet with a better blade, this thing will cut really well. We'll try that here in a moment. Yeah, definitely pushing that shoe against this really tames down the vibration a lot. So the tool acts really, really well. Again, with the shoe off of it, I believe that blade's just grabbing and it does shake a little bit. But let's run it one more time. Yeah. That's definitely the case. So keep that shoe up against your cut, which you should anyway, and then it really tames down any vibration at all. You can easily handle this saw with one hand. I've kind of got my arm extended, and so I'm using my middle finger and my other finger over here to brace it. But it's really easy to handle this. I'll even do it left-handed here and see. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. And let's see, we've made, I don't know, 5 cuts, and we've still got 3 bars on the 1.5 amp hour. So being pretty efficient, depending on how many cuts you got to make. But let's change this out. Let's put some metal up here and see how well it does. we'll change out here to a metal blade. So again, you see the easy quick lever there. No tools needed. Get that locked into place. So we'll do some cuts on some metal. Which, by the way, if you're ever cutting metal and you have the opportunity, you want to start your cut here on kind of a, not necessarily a sharp angle, but not on the flat spot. That's going to take the most time to cut. So if you can come at an angle, you're going to get a much quicker and cleaner cut than if you're starting on the flat of like square tubing like here. So if I start right here, you see I get a nice quick bite into that cut. It's also going to create the least amount of heat in my blade as well. It's going to keep that blade lasting longer than if I just started right here, and you're really going to build up a lot of heat if you're just trying to cut straight across that whole flat spot there. And then when you get down to the bottom, the same thing. Whereas if you're always at an angle, you're always going to be cutting just on the edge of that metal rather than on creating a lot of surface heat. We'll cut one more time here. Yeah, with a decent blade like we have in there, this little thing cuts really, really well. And again, the vibration is not bad whatsoever as long as I keep that shoe up against my whatever I'm cutting, the substrate that I'm cutting. It works really well. Let's put some heavier gauge stuff in here. So I'm going to, I don't know, that's probably 3/16 inch angle there. It'll be 2x2 angle, I believe. So probably this is going to be, you know, probably the heavy stuff you'll want to be cutting with this. I mean, I can't imagine you're buying this tool to be doing a lot of metal work like you see here, but let's say you had to, see if it'll do it. Here we go. So had to work out a little bit, but again, that's some heavy stuff right there that we're cutting. Again, making sure that my shoe was against it, and you see when I put my second hand up there, I was able to basically shut down some of that vibration, putting more of that cutting blade into the cut, and it worked out a lot better. Let's make one more cut in this heavy gauge angle, and then we'll wrap this up. After using the Ryobi 1 Plus HP one-handed Recip, pretty impressed with it. The brushless motor does give it quite a bit of power. Definitely not a lot of vibration. Efficiency's pretty good after making all these cuts. I think we're down to 1 bar on our 1.5 amp hour battery. But again, that's easily changed out with a 4 amp hour or a 2 amp hour or 6 amp hour, depending on how many cuts you need to make. But again, us cutting that 3/16 inch angle iron actually sucked a lot of life out of this. If you're just cutting 2x4s, conduit, PVC, this is going to do that quite handily, and it's going to do it for a long time, even on the smallest batteries. The toolless lever blade change works really, really well. Vibration, again, is really mitigated when you keep that shoe up against whatever you're cutting. So that definitely helped in that. And blade's going to make a big difference in that as well. But as far as the inherent vibration in the tool itself, it was really minimal, and it did very well, even one-handed and it does work really well as a one-handed recip like it's supposed to. Even cutting that heavier metal, which again is probably kind of jumping over that curve of where you'd really use this tool, but I wanted to kind of push past what the typical use of this would be and use that on cutting some metal. So we were impressed with this. Now, at $99 for the bare tool, is it something you want in your tool arsenal? I would say if you already have the Ryobi platform, so you've got batteries, I'd say it's a great purchase for you. Having a one-handed recip is one of those specialty tools that you'll reach for more often than you realize right now. So once you have it, you'll realize, wait a second, I can use that one-handed recip for this. Or it may be where you're grabbing this more where you typically grab your full-size recip, but now you can grab the one-handed. So I do think it's a tool that you'll use more than you think you're going to. But at the same time, if you're having to buy it with the batteries and everything else, that's going to bump that price up quite a bit. So I don't know if you want to jump into that. Kind of leave that up to you. But definitely, if you're already on the platform, you already have the batteries, at 99 bucks, it is a tool that you'll use a lot. It worked really, really well, especially for that price point. And again, the whole brushless motor, the feature set that it does have, we like it. We didn't have any issues with ours whatsoever. You saw how hard we pushed it, even cutting through this thicker metal. Still didn't have any problem doing that. We ran it all the way till the battery was dead. We didn't smoke the tool at all. It didn't overheat whatsoever. So again, I don't know how hard you'd want to push this, but we pushed it pretty hard and it did quite well. Hey, make sure you check it out. Again, it's the Ryobi 1 Plus HP one-handed recip saw. You can find it at Home Depot or at homedepot.com. Also keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button if you like this video. By all means, if you didn't like it, give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day and keep smiling.